My name is Marilyn Kelsey, and I've been here since the beginning of January, 11 years ago.
My name's Eleanor Brown, and I've been here 5 years.
My name is Audrey Potentier. I've been here in Adelaide Place for 3.5 years.
My name is Irmgard, and I've moved in on November the 6th of 21.
My name is June Webster, and I've been here 5 to 6 years.
Well, soon after I came here, I thought, well, that's something I'd like to do, so I came down to talk about knitting or what it was they did do, and sort of just got involved. And I do a lot of knitting.
I guess I've been with the Wits for 2 years. And I'm not really a knitter. I've never knit a sweater or anything like that. I was more into the sewing when I was young. And but I try to do 3 or maybe sometimes 4 squares in a week. I really enjoy the knitting.
Well, I've shown up now and then. I don't think I've sat through a whole program yet.
Oh gosh, off and on for probably a couple of years, but not as often as I would like to be now.
Well, I came here just at the very first part of this Adelaide Place, and I had belonged to a women's group that had lunch in the church at Queen Street Church every week, just as a little get-together. And one day when I was there, I realized that most of them were knitting while they were there, coming and going. And at that point, I thought there must be something useful that we could do. And right off the top of my head, I said, oh, knit me some 12-inch squares, and we'll put them together and we'll make some afghans for somebody that needs them. And that's how it started. Just about what you would think. We sit down and knit and blather. You know, we like to visit because we haven't seen them maybe for a couple hours or something. And when you're at Adelaide Place, you're the whole family's all together all the time. But we were glad we had knitting to do so that we had something to do. And most of us a lot of us have grandchildren and family, and there's always some little story or something that we love to tell. Of course, I tell because I have 35 grandchildren. Also now I have an assistant that does the borders on the afghans, and that's Eleanor Brown, and I'm very grateful for the help now, as this hand's getting older every year too.
Oh, you can choose your colors and make it nice. But like everyone says, it's like a little social group, so that's nice to be amongst the other people. You get to know more people. People join and then they leave. And
I liked to knit, but I haven't really done any big project lately, because when you have to move, there's a lot of things to do at home. And then when you come, you have to adjust and get organized and so on. But I like to have something that you can just, when you have a few minutes, that you can just pick it up and continue, and maybe in a few days you might do it again, depending on your time and what you need to do. And I think it's a nice group to join, all very friendly people.
Meet on Thursdays at 2 o'clock. We meet once a week, or if we need, we meet Marilyn a little oftener.
Anybody that can knit. We make sure that people realize that the only one thing we want them to do is to make the squares 12 by 12. And after that, they can make them any color they want and so on. And I have tried very much when I'm putting them together to make them go where they look reasonably together. And so that seems to work out very well.
Well, we welcome anyone that would like to join. We're always real happy to see that someone else is going to come. And we have had a fairly nice group at times, but unfortunately we've lost a lot of our knitters. So we're more than anxious to find some new people that will be, interested in putting in a bit of time with us.
Welcome anybody that wants to come and join us, and it's an easy thing to do if you can just knit. You don't need to do anything fancy. Just knit and measure a 12-inch square and enjoy the company and being able to come down every week like we do.
Well, it's an organization here in the area that waits for people looking for places to live, whether they can afford them or whether they can't, and usually they can't. So they go to this place and they find what they can do to help people. And it's a government thing, sort of, I guess, locally, and it's held. People out in the area you could donate to it. I don't know. There's been a lot of them. I guess maybe the first time we produced an Afghan, and the first time it was said, look what the Knitwits have done. That probably was a pretty fine day.
The companionship. We always have something in common to talk about, and we usually keep in touch with whatever's going on in their lives as well. Hoping everybody's well, and if somebody isn't, then we hope that one of us kind of can bring a report back and let us know when they'll be back to join us at Knitwits.
So it's always nice when Marilyn brings the complete blanket and we can see our work all together and how nice it looks. And I always think it must be so nice for somebody who needs a blanket to think that we've been able to help them get warm and things. We talked about making smaller ones for children, maybe a cot or something, but we haven't just got around to that yet. So I guess we're busy doing other things.
Well, Marilyn over there, I went to high school with her, so we've always known what each other were about, but these other ladies are so much comfort to me. And this new lady has been working hard since she first started, so that's great.
Oh, I would say I feel like an old granny, the knitting granny, is what I always thought. That old grannies should knit,